This is a 2020 Acura RDX with the advanced package and super handling all-wheel drive, and today we're going to review it. Today we're working with our friends at White Bear Acura in beautiful White Bear, Minnesota. Hey folks, I'm Rob.
And I'm Nathan.
And we are
Two Guys in a Ride.
And say, Nate, what are we taking a look at today?
Hey, today we are taking a look at the 2020 Acura RDX with the advanced package and super handling all-wheel drive.
That's right, but before we do that, if you want to keep up to date with all the new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and you like cool collector's car stories, and you want to know how to operate all the bells and whistles and technology on the new vehicles,
take a moment to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification up above so you never miss a video.
That's right. So what do you say, Nate?
Oh, let's go for a ride.
All right, well, today we are out in the 2020 Acura RDX with the advanced package on it and super handling all-wheel drive.
Yes.
And oh man, stepping on the inside of it, I mean, it's just it's beautiful. The wood finish and everything is just outstanding. The ability to get in and out both front and rear is really easy with the height of the vehicle. The way everything is laid out in here as far as the technology goes is just easy to get at, easy to view the driver's stuff. It's easy to view all the stuff on the center stack here. One of the nice features that I really like on this is over on the windshield wiper stock, they actually have the camera button. So you can just turn it on and see your front camera at a couple different angles, which is really nice. No more reaching over for that, so that's really nice. The seats, well, they're beautiful. They're Milano leather. They're 16-way power, including a power thigh adjustment, a power side bolster support, and lumbar. So there's like no way you can't get comfortable in here. All right, so one of the things I really love is the 10.5-inch HUD display that's up here. It makes everything large sized, so it's just it's so easy to read even when you're not staring directly at it. If you get too close to a vehicle in a braking situation, the whole HUD will flash brake, the whole 10.5-inch screen, which is nice. This has a 360 degree camera system on there, so in addition to the front cameras that you can have for like pulling out of parking spots or pulling in the front, you got two side views, you've got the whole rear view, and then a top-down view. And then in addition to that, it's divided into 4 quadrants, so your parking sensors, front and rear, show you if anything is close to you.
Okay.
Really nice for pulling out of a parking spot. And then, of course, it's got cross-traffic detection as well, so backing up, you'll get the sensors there, too. Just really phenomenal. All right, so we're going to let Rob drive.
Woohoo. Okay, so one of the cool things here is that I like is the IDS in this, where you got the Snow, Comfort, Sport Plus, and it's real easy to turn by the big dial in the center stack here. Well, I don't need snow, even though we have snow on the ground, but this is Comfort. Now that's Sport, and I feel a little bit of difference, but here, Sport Plus, you feel it right away, it tightens up, and that throttle response, oh my gosh, it's just, as I'm thinking about it, it's responding. That's really nice. I like that quickness. I like the heads-up display like you were talking about, Nathan. But I really do like the fit and finish in here. It's all nice soft touch materials. It all goes well together. There's enough of that gloss piano black. There's enough of the real open pore wood trim pieces. And then there's enough of the chrome and the brush silver.
Yeah, it's a nice combination.
And you know, I'm not typically a fan of the pop-up screen or the screens that are sitting up on top of the dashboard, but this one is low enough that you can still see, or I can, I'm 5'10", I can see the hood easily. It doesn't block any of my outer view, so I really like that. And I like how the center stack just kind of flows down like a waterfall. And you got big cup holders and all this. And then Nathan will show you this as well. Speaking of that, Nathan also is going to do a detailed video of the center gauge and the whole infotainment system, because this vehicle really does knock it out of the park with its technology. And we definitely want to show you all that all the features and bells and whistles, and show you how to use those things, which is very important. But Nathan, I really like this car.
I like it too. It handles so well. And I gotta tell you, sitting in the back here, you left your seat where it's at. I still have like 3 inches of leg space. It's very comfortable.
Boy, that Sport Plus.
It's grabby, isn't it?
It's quick. That throttle response is just super quick. So I'm gonna dial it back just to Sport. I want to see what that is. And it's just a quick, simple little, and it shows you in your...
feel the change almost immediately. The exhaust quiets down just a little bit, still sporty, but not as much as Sport Plus.
And it shows you both in your screen up top, and it shows you in your instrument cluster. So stay tuned. Up next is my exterior review. Going to talk about the trim specs, horsepower, dimensions, all those good things. And then later on, like I said, Nathan's going to take you for a tour of the inside of this beautiful vehicle, so keep watching. Acura states the 2020 RDX is the best crossover SUV for those who like to enjoy the good things in life. Now in its third generation, the 2020 Acura RDX wears seductive styling and appeals to a wider audience with its perfect balance of luxury, technology, and functionality. Now the RDX is available in 4 trim levels. There is the standard trim level, and that starts at $37,800. The technology package starts at $41,000. The A-spec package starts at $44,000, and the advanced package starts at $45,900. This is the 2020 Acura RDX with super handling all-wheel drive and the advanced package. It's presented here in majestic black pearl with ebony black interior, and it has an MSRP of $49,095. The RDX is powered by 16-valve double overhead cam VTEC turbo aluminum alloy 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, producing 272 horsepower and 280 pound-foot of torque. Now it's driven by a 10-speed automatic transmission with sequential sport shift paddle shifters. And of course it features Acura's super handling all-wheel drive that continuously determines the optimal level of power distribution between the front and rear wheels, and also between the rear wheels individually, based on a continuous analysis of wheel speed, steering angle, lateral g-force, and yaw rate. Now, super handling all-wheel drive on the RDX even further reduces understeer and increases stability by revolving the outside rear wheel slightly faster than the other wheels, helping to rotate the vehicle through a turn. Out front, we have highly illuminating dual-eye LED headlights that are standard equipment on all Acura models. On the RDX, there are 7 LEDs per side, and they provide a wider, brighter beam, use less energy, and last significantly longer than HID or traditional halogen headlights. The RDX features auto on-off headlight operation with wiper integration and auto high beam headlights with LED daytime running lights. There is a gloss black diamond pentagon grille with a chrome surround. It does have the LED fog lights below, and you see also the chrome trim along the bumper and side air curtain vents. It also has front parking sensors, and up top you do have the rain sensing windshield wipers. It also has an acoustic glass windshield, and it has a panoramic moonroof with tilt and slide function. Now let's take a look around the side. Okay, now the RDX features next generation advanced compatibility engineering body structure, or as they call it, ACE. Now tires and wheels, they are 19 by 8 inch medium alloy silver interwoven wheels wrapped in P235/55 R19 high performance all season tires. There is a dual pinion variable ratio power steering, and it has McPherson strut front suspension with 30mm stabilizer bar and a multi-link rear suspension with 23mm stabilizer bar. There are 4-wheel anti-lock brakes with electronic brake distribution with 12.4-inch ventilated front disc and 12.2 solid rear disc brakes. The RDX has the adaptive damper suspension that is exclusive to the advanced package. Now that adaptive damper suspension can adjust suspension stiffness changes in a split second to both smooth the ride and sharpen the handling according to driving conditions. This allows the RDX to remain soft and comfortable during highway cruising, yet firm when the road requires high-performance, confident handling. There's also a selectable 4-mode integrated dynamic system that includes snow, comfort, sport, and sport plus. Now along the side there is the acoustic side glass, and you see there are the body colored and auto dimming heated side mirrors with integrated turn signals and reverse gear tilt down. You also get the chrome window surround and then the black beltline trim, and I like this chrome spear on the body side, lower body side as well. And then over on the driver's side there is a capless fuel fill. Now as you approach the vehicle, the keyless access system senses the key remote, but it won't unlock the door until you actually touch the handle. Now touching the driver's door handle adjusts the seats, steering wheel, side mirrors, and even the radio presets to your preferred settings. When leaving the car, simply put your finger right on the sensor there and it locks the door and you can walk away. Now let's take a look out back. Okay, so up top we do have a body colored tailgate spoiler, and you also do have the rear fixed window with wiper, and of course it is a heated rear window. Now this is a power operated tailgate with hands-free access, and it's also height adjustable. Okay, there is a multi-view rear view camera with washer that's part of the surround view camera system. It's right here and it's got the washer. Now one of my favorite things on this, they call them the LED illuminated dragon tail lights and brake lights. I like that design. Plus there's also the LED license plate lamps and LED high mount third brake light. There's also parking sensors in the bumper, and you'll notice there are the dual exhaust outlets with chrome tailpipe finishers. Now let's take a look inside. Maximum cargo volume on this vehicle, as you see it with both seats folded down, is 58.9 cubic feet. Second row seats up, it's 31.1 cubic feet, and of course this is not a 3-row SUV. Also, you do have underneath cargo storage, and underneath this you also have a temporary spare tire. Now, some of the safety features on this RDX are forward collision mitigation braking system, adaptive cruise control with low speed follow, lane keeping assist system, road departure mitigation system, forward collision warning system, lane departure warning system, blind spot information system, rear cross safety alert, wow, and vehicle stability assist with traction control and much, much more. Let's talk about the dimensions. Overall width is 74.8 inches, front track 64.2, rear track 64.7. It rides on a wheelbase of 108.3 inches with an overall total length of 186.7 inches. Height is 65.7 inches. You have a ground clearance of 8.2 inches. Weight distribution, 57% front, 43% rear. Has a turning diameter of 38.9 feet. Has a curb weight of 4,068 pounds and is capable of towing up to 1,500 pounds. Fuel tank capacity, 17.1 gallons. Fuel economy, 21 city, 27 highway, 23 combined. Now, on our SPADE scale, safety being first. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration overall 5-star rating. IIHS overall evaluation of good. Performance, 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds, 50 to 70 in 5.7 seconds. Appearance, well, from the striking diamond pentagon grille to the sculpted rear end with those LED dragon taillights and dual chrome exhaust tips, it's a luxury SUV with sleek exterior, impeccable details, highly crafted comfort and utility for drivers and passengers. Dependability, it's an Acura. 4-year, 50,000 miles limited warranty. Powertrain, 6-year, 70,000 miles. And then there is the Acura Total Luxury Care with roadside assistance for 4 years, 50,000 miles. Economy, spoke about it just a second ago, but I'll repeat it. 21 city, 27 highway, 23 combined, and it does have a highway cruising range of 478 miles. So now it's time to check in with Nathan and learn about all the bells, whistles, and technology built into this beautiful 2020 Acura RDX. And if you haven't already done so, please take a moment to hit the like button and the subscribe buttons below. Please keep watching. Over to you, Nate.
Right, stepping on the inside here, you've got some storage down here with a bottle holder. And then up here, you've got auto up and down, all 4 windows. You got your lock controls, and then you have your power mirrors with the left-right controller right there, along with one of your ELS Studio 3D speakers. I absolutely love this natural wood open pore look. It's an ash wood with a sort of a darker color. It looks really nice with the door trim and the white stitching on there. Quite a stunning view. In addition to that, there is a two-person memory settings on the door, and you got another speaker down here in the bottom, and then of course you have your trunk release right there. All right, stepping on to the inside there, you get the nice Acura logo right here, and both seats, front passenger and driver's seat, are 16-way power, including a power thigh extension and a power side bolster. Now both seats are beautiful Milano leather. Coming up here, you've got a nice footrest on the left, and then up here you've got a bunch of controls. So you've got your parking brake right here. You've got your brake hold button here, which will allow you to take your foot off the brake and the car will remain stopped, say at a traffic stop, and then you press the accelerator and then it continues to go. Up here you've got 2 controls for your HUD display, which is a 10.5-inch screen. This will tilt it up and down. This one will change the display brightness. Up here you've got your road departure mitigation button on or off. You've got your collision mitigation button on or off. You have your parking sensors on or off. And then of course you have your traction control button on or off. Hey, over here you do have a manual control lever for your tilt and telescoping steering wheel. All right, so let's give it a start here. I like the Acura logo that comes up and the little red lights that flash. I love that. Okay, so basically on the dashboard here, well, block just give it a little better light, but you've got an analog RPM gauge and speedometer, and then in the middle you have your driver's information screen, hey, which shows you a bunch of different information. And then of course at the bottom your gear selector and your driving mode and your odometer and a compass. All right, so moving back here to the steering wheel, basically on the left side, you have controls for a couple different things. First of all, you have a heated steering wheel button. Then you have a power button which turns off the audio portion of your infotainment center. So it doesn't kill the navigation or anything else, just the audio. You have a volume up and down for that. And then you have a voice command button. And then these 3 buttons all work with your HUD display. So basically this allows you to select what you want to control, your phone, media, whatever, and then scroll through it and change stations because you can go left or right on it.
So that's what those will do. And then this, of course, is your back button on the HUD display to go backwards in the menu. Over on the right, you have the main button will turn on your adaptive cruise control and your lane keeping assist. This is your set and resume button here. This one controls the information that is in your screen up here. And then you have, of course, the cancel button for your cruise control, your gap setting for your adaptive cruise control, and then your lane keeping assist guidelines that you will want to look at. Let's move over to the stock right here on the right. This is your windshield wiper stock, but on the end you have a camera button that allows you to push and get the front mounted camera. So if you're pulling out a parking spot or something, you have that. This does have auto lights on it. Okay. Moving over to the infotainment screen here, let me cancel this route here. Okay, so on the infotainment screen, it is a 10.2 inch screen in total. It is divided into two screens, so you've got one screen over here that has basically 3 different views that you can select, and then you've got your main screen over here. Okay, so there are a couple of unique things about this particular system, and one of it is the sound system that's in this car. Now, this one has the high-end system, which is the ELS Studio 3D Premium Audio System, which contains 16 speakers, 4 of which are in the ceiling, 1 by each passenger, and has 710 watts of power. And then on top of that was designed by Grammy-winning music producer Elliot Shiner, who has worked with all sorts of groups, including groups like the Eagles. So he has designed the sound system in this car, and it is astounding. I've had a chance to listen to a couple of things. It never comes across good on camera, so I'm not complaining, but step in, turn it on, and you'll see what I mean. So absolutely amazing. It also comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I know some Acura owners have been waiting for that to come. It's here. So it does have Android Auto on it. Of course, it's Bluetooth, and it does have a Wi-Fi hotspot and features over-the-air updates. So all you have to do is have your car running. So if you want to see more information about what is all on this infotainment system, click on the banner above and look at our detailed how-to video. And in there we go into depth on what's on here and what's in the driver's information center. Okay. Moving on down, you do have 3 physical buttons. You got a power on, off, plus volume, and then a skip forward, or skip backwards, or change radio stations. In addition to that, you have a hazard buttons right here, which I like when it's big and right in the middle. You do have dual zone auto climate control, where you can adjust the heat on both sides. You do have a physical sync button, which is great. There's your auto button, and the rest of the buttons are pretty much normal things. This would be your heated mirror buttons as well as your rear defroster. The unique thing about this climate system is that it has 2 things that help it to really maintain an accurate temperature in the car. One is a solar sensor that senses the temperature outside and then relates that to how does it affect the interior and adjusts whatever it needs to do to make sure that it stays at whatever temperature you have it set at. It also uses the GPS navigation system to determine the sun's position relative to the car. So if the sun is shining hotter on one side of the car than it is the other, then it can adjust the temperature on that particular side. So it's amazing the length at which Acura has gone to make this a very comfortable system. In addition to that, you have 3-stage ventilated seats. You have 3-stage heated seats on both sides. And then you have an auto feature on both sides, which will automatically adjust the seat's temperature according to the ambient temperature in the car. Okay, you have an auto start-stop defeat button right here. You have your dynamic driving mode selector right here, which allows you to slick through and see your different modes. You got Sport Plus, Sport, Comfort, and Snow. You do have a push button, for the most part, transmission, reverses a pull, and then if you press this a second time, it puts it into sport, shift. Okay, so you get little different acceleration, little different shift, but you can still have the car in comfort mode when this is in sport. You do also, in addition to that, have 2 paddle shifters, okay, which are on the left and right. Down here you have the what Acura calls a true touchpad interface, and you have a back button, a home button, and then you have this button here brings up a menu on the infotainment screen's right hand side. So if I push that, I can have whatever's now playing, navigation, or the clock show. And then I can use this trackpad right here that's separate just to control what's in there. You have a nice wrist rest right here that is used to rest your hand on. I've been using that a lot today, and it's very nice, well placed. Okay, moving on back, you've got a nice storage area here with a USB charge and connection to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You got two nice sized cup holders, and then of course this beautiful open pore wood finish on the cover, which I think is a nice touch. Coming back here to the center console armrest, you got some nice ample storage underneath there. There are no additional plugins or anything in there, but it's a very nice deep storage area. Okay, now in addition to the storage area up here, there's more storage area right down in here. And in fact, there's another USB charging port for the passenger. And then on this side, there is a 180 watt max 12 volt outlet along with a 3.5 millimeter jack to input into your audio system if you want. Okay, moving up to the glove compartment. It's got a dampened opening, and it's got two different shelves built in. Moving on up here to the mirror, you've got a frameless rear view mirror. It is auto dimming. You've got the 3 home link buttons underneath, as well as a power button to turn it on or off. On the ceiling, you have got a sunglass holder, and then you have got your tilt and slide function on your panoramic sunroof, and then you have your power shade button up here, as well as access to your lights, interior lights, your assist button, and your Acura link button, and a couple of other ones on this side here to turn all lights on or all lights off, and then to set whether it comes down, the doors open or not. The sun visors are, of course, telescoping, and they are both backlit. All right, that being said, I think we will step into the back. All right, stepping into the back here, we've got one of the beautiful ELS 3D speakers. Got your power up and down for the window, which again is auto up and down. The beautiful brushed aluminum accents. You got bottle storage and then a little extra storage here. Stepping in, you have dual seat back pockets right here that pull out. You have got your vent controls right here. You do have 3-stage heated outboard seats on both sides. And then of course 2 USB charging ports in the back for your passengers. Okay. Comfort wise, I've got plenty of headroom here. I got a little over an inch, and I left the seat where it was when I was driving, and I've got at least 4 inches of space. So I mean, it is really roomy back here. Now in addition to that, I've got an armrest with 2 cup holders. So just very comfortable. I rode back here on the ride, and it was very pleasant. In addition to that, you've got 4 grab handles that are by each door, and then of course each passenger in the car has a ceiling speaker that's right next to them, and then you do have a reading light that's right here on both sides in the back. All right, so my absolute favorite thing on this car is the forward-facing camera, and one of the reasons I like it so much is because it has an activating button right on the windshield wiper stock.
Okay, so for this RDX, there's so much to choose from, but I have to say my favorite feature of this vehicle is the Key by Amazon integration. With Key by Amazon, you can now get Amazon packages delivered directly inside your car. You could have your latest Amazon Prime purchases delivered to the trunk of your RDX. It's currently available in select US cities for Amazon Prime members only, but Key by Amazon makes it easy to receive packages in a secure, convenient manner in or away from your home. Now that's definitely my favorite thing. One is out of the way.
There we go.
I just want to create more editing time for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
This is nice and warm. Get my hands.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, right. Energy, and they last significantly longer than the HID or traditional. It's the Faherger.
Just in case you're wondering, that's a hoopy light bulb.
It is a Faherger. Use less electricity and are significantly.